This is Digaris Masculist MGTOW Flyers. 2 3-page essays on the themes of masculism and MGTOW. Written and read aloud by Prof. Dr. Hugo Digaris. This is flyer number 193, entitled Prof. Dr. Hugo Digaris starts his own, in quotes, Digaris Masculist MGTOW Flyers YouTube channel. Description. This flyer announces the creation of a new YouTube channel called Digaris Masculist MGTOW Flyers, which has me reading aloud some 200 odd MGTOW/masculist flyers, 2 3-page essays on masculist and MGTOW themes. And now for the flyer itself. Prof. Dr. Hugo Digaris starts his own Digaris Masculist MGTOW Flyers YouTube channel. Now that the tedious admin involved in getting a green card for China is effectively over for me, I have more mental energy and time to start a new project. I've been telling myself that this year I ought to start making YouTube videos of my Masculist MGTOW Flyers, that is, 2 3-page essays that I've been writing over the past 2 years. I have nearly 200 of them now on my website, but no one reads nowadays, so I wanted to film them with me reading them aloud in front of my Sony Handycam. I've started to do that, probably at a rate of about 1 a day, actually it's 3, maybe more once the teething problems are resolved and it becomes routine. The very first one is up at, I'm not going to read out the link, it has too many numbers and letters for the numerics. You can find it on the, you can read the flyer text by looking at the description of this flyer. It's called I Strongly Disagree with You, Howard Dare. Dare claims that women, quote, cannot bring home the bacon, which makes me as a masculist see a red flag. The core idea of masculism is to force women to be FIPs, financially independent persons, so that they don't parasite off the money of a man, as fluffies do. Those women who don't FIP up are punished by men by being ignored to death, forcing them to become FIPs. A lot of you have probably been reading my comments to Sandman, TFM, MGTOW is Freedom, Howard Dare, etc. over the past 2 years or so. You'll know that I'm a lot more political than Sandman, whose strength is the psychology of women, but not politics. Sandman, unlike me, is not pushing political strategies to force women to stop parasiting off men, and instead become responsible FIP adults. Masculism forces women to grow up. Sandman's unconscious weakness, I've always felt, is a lack of political imagination in merely analysing the gender status quo, instead of, as Marx, that's Karl Marx, said, changing it. As a masculist, I will harangue a feminazi bitch to her face, putting powerful moral pressure on her if she's a fluffy feminist hypocrite, and telling her that fluffy feminist hypocrites are now genociders because their crimes committed in the divorce courts that they have taken over are causing men to reject paternity and hence wiping out whole populations. Men are merely reacting to the primary cause of the toxicity of the divorce courts as created by the fluffy feminist hypocrites. So I will now have my own voice, creating my own niche, and have it up in the form of YouTube videos. Not that making YouTube videos is new to me. I've already made over 1,000 lecture course YouTube videos in math and physics as part of my Digaris MPC series of lecture courses in pure math, math physics and computer theory, hence MPC, at master's and PhD levels. We men have the power to force women to FIP up, because nearly all of us are socialized and educated to be FIPs, so we don't need women financially to survive. However, 3/4 of young women at 16 choose to study fluffy crap majors in high school, and hence become fluffies in their 30s. Then they look around for some manslave to parasite upon when they want kids. It is these young fluffies who need to be attacked by masculists, because the root of the problem starts in the high schools. There needs to be a masculist group in every high school, every college, every university to put powerful moral pressure on fluffies to fip up, or scare them shitless with the threat that if they don't fip up, they will be punished severely by not getting a man, and hence will be manless, loveless, sexless, babyless, poor, and spat at by a society increasingly sympathetic to masculist and MGTOW ideas. The above is the essence of the political message that I'm putting out in these Digaris Masculist MGTOW flyers on YouTube. Wish me luck. Cheers. Prof. Dr. Hugo Digaris. Email profhugodigaris@yahoo.com. Website profhugodigaris.wordpress.com. P.S. If you look at the first video on my Masculist MGTOW YouTube channel, that was video number 192. It's not the first anymore. You will see my face reading my large computer screen. This makes me vulnerable to being doxxed, but since I'm retired, I don't have to worry about that. In fact, I have never been attacked by a feminazi, not even once, which puzzles me a bit. I have two theories why that is. One is that the women fear that if they attack me, I will smash them back, and as a fierce professor male, I can harangue a woman far better with greater intellect and verbal aggression than a woman can muster. The other theory is that I'm a high-status male in women's eyes, a PhD full research professor, whose DNA these hypergamous women would love to have for their kid. So they don't attack a man whose DNA they hanker for their kids. Anyway, the fact is that I've never been attacked by a feminazi. Not even once. Ciao.